Marco here, welcome back to Resonant Rise. I am on the server on my own at the minute. There's quite a few people on when I came on, but they've all gone to bed because I'm in the UK and them guys are all in the US. So, and they're making a really awesome Christmas tree at the spawn. I'm not going to go over there because I don't know if they want to keep it until... I didn't sort that out. If they want to keep it hidden until they've finished it, and I don't know if it's finished. So I'm not going to go over there just yet and have a look at that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cover that gap up there because it looks a bit messy. Stone bricks, I want some of them. Now, I logged in this morning, my quarry is all overflowed, so I need to sort that out. Fairly sharpish. As you can see in this room, what I've done is I pulled all the walls back. Now these, I've had all these walls out so that there was solid walls. I pulled them all back because I'm going to have a Jabba barrel sorting system, and I'm going to have it recessed into that side of the building over there with the A network built into it. So now I'm going to take a little bit of a break from the blood magic for this episode. I've actually got most of my sockets filled for the... Let me just do one thing at a time. What's wrong with you? Put that in there and cover these up. I've actually got most of my sockets filled to make my armour, so I'm looking forward to doing that. Now, the server was down a couple of days ago, and I did have a little play in creative, so I actually know the armour works now. And I'll be able to slot my sigils into the armour, and that'll be really cool because then I'll have speed and all that stuff off my armour. And because of the sanguine helmet that Wade's added, I've also got my V goggles in a blood magic helmet. Now this isn't as powerful as the fully upgraded blood magic helmet, and you need the full blood magic suit on for the proper effect to take place, I believe. So I won't be able to wear this when it's full. I think when he was on the night with us, I think he mentioned being able to use a sanguine helmet as an upgrade to the bound helmet, which should be really cool. So you can actually have that inside the capabilities of that helmet inside, so the V discount, and they'll be able to see nodes and such like into your bound helmet, which would be really awesome. So yeah, really cool. So what was I doing? So I met some of these guys. These are Jabba barrels. This is a mod by Professor Mobius, and Jabba stands for just another better barrel attempt. So I made 64 of them. They're really straightforward. They're like the factorization barrels, but instead of having a gap in the middle, they've got a chest in the middle. Factorization barrels are very good. I think what Mobius has done here is taken on from a very good concept and made it even better. So what we're going to do is we are going to have these guys, storage buses, refined logistic storage buses, on the back of all the barrels, because these you can input or output any side you want. So what I'm going to have is storage buses attached to the back, and I'm going to use that to have all the stuff in my network. I'm going to have certain things in deep storage units. So we've got cobble in there, so we've got 299,000 already. Now that's going to be, it's not going to fit in there. If you look at which is full, this limestone's full. This limestone's kind of alright, but I'm going to get rid of it. But limestone's full there nearly, and you see it's 4,096, so it says it there anyway. What full is. So the basic ones are 4,096. You can upgrade these. So there is several upgrades: Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3, all the way up to Emerald, which is Mark 5, 6, 7. So I will be upgrading all these barrels as well. I'm going to do a mixture, so I ain't going to have any storage cells. I'm going to have this one storage cell in here, which is currently a 16. I'm going to make it to a 64. And then I'm going to have an ME drive for liquid storage. But I am going to have all my physical items in barrels or deep storage units. So I'm going to start sorting that out. Now, we've also got big reactors, and because I've run a quarry a bit, I've got 321 yellowite ore, which is very nice. Now I'm not sure how long this is going to last me though, so I don't know if I could switch my power wholly to this just by having that 361. I don't know if that would mean I'm going to run out of power, so I'm going to keep the mechanism power going as well. But I am going to, this side of the room, we're going to build a reactor. So that's kind of the plan for this episode. Now this yellowite stuff, that's actually processing stuff. Okay, let's try the sag mill. Does it go in there? No, so it won't go in the sag mill. It will go in the enrichment chamber. It doesn't go in the purification chamber, or the, well, it will go in the crusher, but it doesn't go in the purification chamber. So you can make it into 2 ingots. So I've actually got A couple of ingots there. I just put a couple through to see if it works, and it did, which was nice. Part of getting the A6 system going as well is getting my automation sorted. So because the mechanism thing does triple O's, I'm going to be putting everything that can go through it through there. Anything that can't go through it will go through the sag mill. The only downside of the 3 O's thing is that I don't get ferrous, but I've got quite a bit of ferrous as it is. I've got 266, and I've got 22 shiny, which is quite nice. So if I want to make tesseracts, I've got a bit of materials ready for that. So yeah, I came in this morning. This had overflowed again. So one of the first things we need to get rid of is the fact that we've got 11,000 gravel in there. If you check it out, we've got 11k. So I want to sort that out. We've also got 6k marble, but I'm just going to put that into a barrel, I believe. But with the gravel, what I'm going to do is I've set up a fair deep storage unit here. Nothing in it at the minute. Put gravel in there. And of course, if you're not aware how to get 11,000 gravel out of a ME drive and quickly into somewhere else, then all you got to do is bang it into there. Now that's only one item should go to that, and that's getting rid of all the gravel. So you see that was taking. Oh shit! No, it ain't. Where's all that going? Is that all getting binned? Oh no! I think I might have been binning loads of that. That shouldn't have been getting binned at all. So that's all gone in there. 11,000 gravel here. What's happened to everything else? Why is there 16k dirt in there? That shouldn't be in there. I have to check back on the video, see if anything else got binned then, because I don't know where it might have been going. It might have been getting shoved into there, possibly. I don't know. I might have just bin loads of stuff, because at the end here I did have this thing. It's an Imibis core incinerator. I'm pretty sure I had it set to only put limestone into there though. So this thing here, look, had a storage bus to it. Got some limestone. I'm not going to use any of this limestone because it's not as pretty as the chiseled stuff. And you can chisel them out of the e-mesh into chiseled version, but I like the stuff from stone a bit better. So I've got an incinerator there, and I can put a storage bus on there. So if I put anything comes into the system that we want to bin, that just instantly goes because the storage bus puts it into the incinerator. I think I might have just incinerated some stuff. Let's see what happens if I try that again without that connected. I wasn't expecting that to keep going down. Now there is dirt in there that's going to be getting rid of. Well, that'll be it, won't it? It'll be getting rid of the dirt that I want aware of. So you should stop at 36 items. Cool. So it's got rid of 3 lots of items. So there might have been a bit of cover in there as well. I think I'm safe. I don't think I destroyed anything. Whew. So now you see, I can get rid of that spruce. You can see the dirt's gone. If we look in the access terminal, we can see our dirt, our cobble, our sand, and our gravel still in there. It's just not in there anymore, which is good, which is excellent, because as you see that's only half full now, so we can go start a quarry back off. The IO port, very useful, quite scary if you've got some kind of thing like that fastened to it that can destroy stuff. But what I want to do is, now I normally do this with a trash can, but if Imibis core's in, I always use the incinerator, because the trash can's only got, it's got like a fake inventory slot, which means you can only destroy stuff as quick as it puts stuff into the inventory slot. But the incinerator doesn't actually have an inventory slot, so you can just pour things in as quick as you can, as quick as you need to. So I'm just going to get rid of all that limestone, like that, and might as well keep going. Right, I'll cut the camera. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make as many storage buses as I need. So I'm going to start with about 40 odd, which is going to take a bit of working out, because each storage bus needs an interface, and each interface needs one of them guys, a conversion matrix. So I'm going to get all the materials for that prepped. I'll get about 40 of them made. I'll start connecting this up around the back, and I'll come back and show you how I'm having that set up. Back in a bit. Okay then, here we are. This is starting to take a little bit of shape, so I thought I'd report back in, let you know what I've done up to now. So I've made a crafting terminal, so I can craft things in here, and I made a crafting monitor for later on once we've got a auto crafting. Now at the minute my ME controller's there just connected up to the capacitor bank, and I've also made this thing. This is a ME fluid terminal, so this is from the extra cells mod, and that just auto searches. It's going to irritate me. I haven't got the little I've got that thing, standard little box thing. But there we go. That'll store my fluids. Well, that'll let me access my fluids. So that thing is just a normal terminal, covered cable, and a Certus tank, which comes from extra cells as well, which is pretty cool. Just quartz glass, which is of course is standard AE stuff. So that's that terminal, and then I've got my ME chest here, which has currently got a 16k storage, which will be getting up to a 64. But this is going to be my random chest. This is things that aren't going to have a home. I may have to make a terminal for like crafted items and all stuff like that. But we're on the back of here. I'm going to check it out. I've got a ME storage bus on each thing, set to the thing that's in it. This is really cool how this works. Just first of all, we've got the barrels locked, of course. So like only diamonds can go into there. But then all I'm doing is I'm coming on the back. This is probably overkill. I probably don't even need to do this, but I'm going on the back, putting the storage cells on each next row, and then clicking in there, partition storage, and look at that, now it'll only send whatever's in there. So we've just added them to the network, nice and easy, just like that. Now my FPS has dropped like hell. My I think something with my setups maybe leaking memory, because I keep getting, well, I had to restart a bit back. I was using 10 gig of memory, so yeah, something's going on. Now, these three things here, these are ME storage monitors, and they've each had a conversion matrix right-clicked onto them, shift right-clicked, one of them things, conversion matrix. What that does, that lets you take items out from it. So if I right-click on that, see it's popped me a stack of dirt out. So it works like the chest. I can left-click the chest to get a stack of items out, or I can right-click them storage monitors. And these storage monitors are the things that are in the deep storage units. So these are back here, these three DSUs. So that one's got the gravel in, and they've just got a storage bus on as well, set to the same thing. So even though they're out the way, I can actually get access to them from the front, which I quite like. But this is just, I mean, I could just do all this AE, but you know, it's just for the fun of doing it. So you can go back in there. Now, these things at the top, these are filing cabinets from extra utilities. I made a big stack of these because these are fun. What these do, these can hold things that are the same item ID or metadata. So you see that's Rocky Princess, but all bees are going to be, all Princess bees are going to be the ID of 13341. So look in that one, you'll see that it's got Rocky and it's got Steadfast. And what I've got in the back of these ones, these are a bit different. I've got fuzzy storage buses, and in the fuzzy storage bus I've got it to match any. And look at that, that's just got Rocky drawn in there. But even though it's only got Rocky drawn in there, if we take out these Steadfast drones, weird, bit of lag there. Take out these Steadfast drones, if I put them back in, they've gone back in there, even though I've only got Rocky drones specified in the back because of the same part number. Now this one is my shards from Thaumcraft. Now these have got the semicolon afterwards, but so I've actually partitioned storage on all 6 of these. But because the filing cabinet works with the, I think is that the metadata, the semicolon number afterwards, because the filing cabinet works with that, it'll still store them all in there. So I've got access to all these. And instead of having to have a separate barrel for each of my shards or each of my bees, now they all go in there, that one filing cabinet. And then on the front here, I've just been messing about. This is quite fun. Let's take 12 of them. I've got no space, so I'll use this little crafting bench over here for now. And let's make that into, that's not what I wanted at all. Let's make that into slabs. And then make the slabs into, I knew I made too many. Can't count. These little awkward labels from Bibliocraft. I've just banged one of them on the front of each one of them, and I have to take a shard out of there. We can have a fire shard. and right click, share, is it shift right click? Shift right click that, open hand. Can put a shard in there so we can see on the front what we've got in there. So that's my little shards one. That's, again, just messing about, but I like messing about. So if you can't mess about in a game, what's the point here? Shift click and bam. There we go. So I've got my bees and my shards stored in filing cabinets up there. So this system can spread out right around. Now what I'm going to do next is I've moved my little smooth stone generator from over here. Now what I'm going to have over here is, oh, this is brilliant as well, by the way. Check this out. Dolly from Jabba as well. Just some iron and a bit of wool. No, it's a bit of plank. Some iron and a plank, and boop. You can pick up your barrels and move them around. So I'm going to have smooth stone sand, and then I'll have my marble there. So my marble needs upgrading already. So does my iron. I'm going to do AA auto crafting for the upgrades because there's going to be a lot of them. And yeah, I ain't going to bother keeping smooth brick. But what I am going to do is, let's get, in fact I'll do this bit on camera. Let's get a couple more barrels. What I'm going to do here is a couple of barrels there, and I want one of these to have smooth stone. Now I started putting smooth stone into a deep storage unit, but I've decided against it. I don't want that much. 4,000 smooth stone is going to be easily enough. So check that one there, and I'm going to actually want that into, that's not what I wanted at all. Put you in there, smooth stone. So then shift click and I'll lock it so that I can only accept smooth stone now. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to have a storage bus on the back of that. That lets me input and output smooth stone. So you can set these so they can just put things in or just take things out. So bi-directional means in and out, and whitelist means only that's allowed in. You can set it to the blacklist as well, which is pretty cool. But whitelist. Now I'd best just connect this to the system. Oops. That was a fail. Yeah, I'm running like 16 FPS. That's terrible. So, get these configured. So, was that one obsidian, was it? Oh no, coal blocks. I'm going to have that much coal and redstone and that. I thought I might as well get block farm as well. Now, what I'm going to do here is I am going to set up an igneous extruder back here. Igneous extruder. With my reservoir above it. And then I'm going to set transvector interface. This should work. Let's have a look. And then bound that to that barrel also. I should maybe done it to the back of that. I don't think it'll make a difference. These have only got a small block radius. In fact, just to be on the safe side, let's do that. Just take that off a sec. No. So that should be bound to there. So anything that gets ejected into that, so that's my, it should work. So once I get some lava and smooth stone into that, it should put smooth stone into that barrel, as long as there's space for it, I think. Let's have a look. This is a little bit of trial and error. So what I need is a bucket of lava and a couple of buckets of water. Now I could use my blood magic sigil, but you don't actually place the lava. It only places the lava into the world, so it doesn't actually place it into stuff like that. See that? I just clicked it in the bucket, put it into there. Now 2 buckets of water. Got another water thing somewhere. Where is it? It's under there, isn't it? Can I reach it from up here? Sneaky. There we go. So I want to set the reservoir full of water and set that onto its pump mode. So that's going to start making smooth stone, and that's disappearing somewhere. So is that going up? It is. Awesome. So that's putting the smooth stone into the back of the barrel, and of course it lets me access the smooth stone from in here. So come on, 69, see, and it lets me see it in the barrel. So that's just a bit of fun. I'm going to do the same thing there with the cobble gen. Now I've got that much cobble coming from quarries and stuff. I don't actually need the cobble gen anymore. So what I'm going to do with the cobble gen is I'm going to pair it up with a pulverizer or maybe a crusher, and because the crusher can take MJs, and crush that into sand and have a barrel full of sand as well, and possibly pair it up with a furnace as well, a smelter. Yeah, I will. Yeah, I'll do. I'm going to get a little setup up here then with that other ignis extruder producing cobble, turn it into sand. I'll have sand going into a barrel, and I'll also have sand going into a smelter to turn to glass, and I'll have glass going into a barrel. So I'll have smooth stone, sand, glass, and then marble. So I want that marble moving at one. Bam. Awesome. Right, I'm going to keep on playing with this. I'll be back in a bit. Here we are back again. I'm just down at my farm. I was just checking how much zinc I had, and the sheep are happy. Well, you ain't got no fair wool, but you look happy enough. Both of you sat in there. Yeah, don't eat too much grass, by the way, guys. Make sure you leave a bit for it to grow back. We have got a nice little system set up here. It's got 1100 wool in there up to now. That's quite nice. Little 3x3 with some paving stones of warding around the outside. MFR rancher getting powered from the boiler, of course, with a deep storage unit on top. Putting wool in there. And I was down here looking. I'm going to change these around. I'm going to put this rancher and this rancher, the one getting the ink, put straight into my network upstairs, and then I'm going to export out the network into the triple white ender chest. So instead of just needing a separate ender chest for each thing, I'll be able to have an export, have an interface set up with possibly 9 items that I can keep stocked. So yeah, check out how much 33,000 ink. I could maybe turn that off forever now, and not have to worry about it. So that of course goes into the triple white ender chest that spawn using translocators. Very nice. I've got this little thing here as well. I've shown you that before. Just getting myself some cactus green there, nice and slow and steady. Wins the race and all that. And how much wood have we got now? We've got 250,000. I think that's managing that alright, isn't it? So let's head back up. I'll show you what's been going on. Now, this works a dream. This works really nice. I've run power behind there. I'm going to run power along this bottom line. Is going to be my power line round. And I wanted a block that I could use the painting facades on, which wasn't connected. Now, most of the chisel blocks you see are connected textures. So if you put them like these guys, if you put this marble here, it's because these are on carpenter stones, then it doesn't connect like you would possibly expect it to. Let me just grab a bit of marble and show you how that would connect normally. Got some in here. Yeah. So if I was to put some marble down, fresh shift on my elevator there. Oh. So the texture connects, and just what all the chisel blocks do that. So I wanted a block that didn't connect because, of course, when you're using facades, then they don't connect anywhere. So I'm using the arcane blocks from Damcraft because they don't have connected textures, and then I like the way they look. So this will look better obviously when this is out of the way. I'm debating where to put this. This is a bug, by the way. Seeing these have turned round. Look, it's if you click on it, it faces the right way for a second, because there's the gas, the hydrogen there, is supposed to be facing that pipe, which is putting the hydrogen into the hydrogen generators, and it's working. It's just got a bit of a graphic bug there. So that's all fine. And yeah, this is working really nice. So I've run power cable, I've run conduit behind here. Now, Lewis, W2F Geeks, who plays on Utopia server, he runs a really cool series called the Diamond Gear, and he's been using Opus, and he said Opus is causing, he said these energy conduits are quite heavy, and I was going to plan on running my entire base with these, so I might have to check, see if this is, see how efficient these guys are, but at the moment I'm going to leave it running like this. So I've got a mechanism crusher, and I've given it full 8 upgrades, so it's 9 times speed, and an energizer smelter doing the same. What this is doing, I've got this set so it's outputting to the right and to the top, and I've got that one outputting just to the top, inputting from the left, and there is the Ignis extruder hid behind there, and I've got another couple of the transvector interfaces sat on top, which are connected to the back of the relevant barrels. So what we're getting is we're getting up a stock of 4,096 sand, which we will end up there. We've got 1,504, you can see by Whaler there at the top, and I'm going to have 4,096 glass. So that's two of the other things I'm going to put into the triple white chest. I'm going to put definitely glass. I'll see if people want sand as well. But yeah, I kind of like this little setup. And I'm going to have one more line of barrels there, and then this will be in the corner. Power conduit, power capacitor is going to be here. Now my FPS has dropped a hell of a lot again. Bit of an issue, maybe. I've moved my ender chest up here, so there's a triple white. There's just my one that I carry around with the ender pouch, and there's the input from the quarry. So you can see gravel, cobblestone coming in. Now what I'm going to do on the back of here is I've got that set up already. So that's an interface there feeding from the quarry into there. I'm going to have an interface feeding out my system into the triple white ender chest for the things like this, the ink sac. I'm going to have an interface feeding into my chest there, things that I want to carry a stock of, which I don't normally do, but I might set it up so that I've always got like a stack of torches. That's how Sensor does it on Utopia. There's nothing that I really need to stock into there, but I suppose don't know. And I should really make an extra ender pouch this colour so I can throw things straight into that chest when I'm out and about, especially if you're using the bound axe. So this is coming on quite nice. I don't know if I mentioned it, I've added the incinerator back on there. So these are the things at the minute. The quarry is just destroying stalactites, stalagmites and limestone. I bought a couple of stacks of these that I gave Jaden, but I don't really want any of them, so I'm binning them, and everything else is working quite nice. So that's looking really messy, but this in here is that's everything that's in this cell. That's something I wanted to do. I've noticed I'm getting different types of copper. Now the copper that I want, that was a fail. Shift left, full. Yeah, industrial craft. I actually want it to be the thermal expansion copper. So what I'm going to do is this will cook it into thermal expansion copper. So I'm going to crush it. Yeah. Oops. Where you go? Oh, there. And then I'm going to cook it in the alloy smelter. Will that make it into a TE one? That makes it into a mechanism one. I thought it was an IC2, the one I had before. Meh. So it's trying to work out what kind of ores I want, because I like the looks of certain ingots more than others. I quite like the look of the thermal expansion ones. Anyway, right, so now the rest of this episode I am going to make a start on putting a big boiler together. No, not a big boiler, a big reactor. So that's going to be across this side of the room, so I have to move them tables out of the way a bit. I'm getting rid of all the windows for now, so I'm going to put some back in at the end when I've worked out where I want things spaced out. But if I've got room for windows, I'm going to put some in symmetrical. I kind of liked the way I was doing it. What are you doing, fool? I kind of like the way I was doing it, but with the random windows, but I think it looks better, just all smooth. So if I do put windows in, they're going to be even. Now the problem I've got is, see there, when you're doing things from the inside, it moves some of the carpenter blocks on the outside, so I'm going to have to go around all the corners once I'm done. See it messing the corners up? I think it looks better cleaner than with random windows placed about. I don't know. I might put some back in at some point. Right then, let's get on with big reactors. So let's open up this. Wow, really laggy. And big reactors, big women, big fun. Reactor casing, that's what we start with. Use graphite bar, iron ingots, and either uranium or yellow ingots, yellorium ingots. Now these yellorium, can't say it, I'm just going to give up. Yellorite ore, I can say that. If we look, you can straight smelt it into one uranium, or you can pulverize it into two uranium dust. Christ, damn weird. Enrichment chamber will also do it. Alloy smelter puts into that. So, what's sag mill? Are you there, sag mill? No, sag mill's not there, but I reckon sag mill will do it. I lied, sag mill will not do it. So it looks like I'm going to have to send this through the enrichment chamber, so I need these feeding into here. And that'll turn them, each one of them, into 2 Yellorium ingots. I guess the next thing, once all these barrels are done, is get these connected up with the ME network in it. So rather than all this all just sat in there waiting for me to manually throw in, it's, it'll also process. What are you doing in there? You should not be in there. You should have gone into your barrel. Everything else is right, I think. Anyone know what these do? Miner's Delight? No idea what they do. They can make ambrosia. Okay. With some other stuff. I think I'll bin them. I'll leave it in there for now. Probably end up binning them. And I've been getting loads of this saltpeter and sulphur. Saltpeter and sulphur that I've been sticking over here. And saltpeter, sulphur and charcoal makes you gunpowder, which is why I have got a barrel nearly full of gunpowder, 41 stacks of gunpowder. Not really sure what I'm going to use it for, to be honest, but yeah, it's slowly going off. Right, so uranium's getting med. We also need graphite bar, which is just smelting charcoal. So I need to go down and get some charcoal from my boiler. Wow, what's happening to my FPS? I really don't know. It might be my PC, you know. My PC does get a lot of ammo. So I'm going to nick a couple of stacks of charcoal out of there. I also need to set this up to my network upstairs as well. So that's putting wood and charcoal in there. So I'm just going to set that. That's not even the elevator. God's sake. I'm just going to set that so it's putting 4096 up, so it'll keep a barrel full, I think. So if I smelt this, then let's use the alloy smelter. This should turn it into a graphite. Wonderful. So I should be back in a second, and I'll work out how many of these I need, how big this is going to be, and I'll get the casings made, and I'll make the outer frame, and then we'll get one putting the stuff inside it that we need. Back in a bit. Okay, I'm back, and I've just done about another 10 minutes of footage, but my FPS is really bad. I don't know what's wrong. I'm going to go test a few things, but I'm just going to wrap this video up now, so it's going to be a bit of a short one. I did about another 10 minutes, which was making it a long one again, so I was willing to like over 40 plus minutes, and I've got most of the reactor casing made, but I want to go through this next episode. I'm going to go and test this in a single player, make sure I know it all works properly. I need a few more components. I need the access ports put in, and I ain't quite got it full of glass either yet, as you can see. But I'll talk through that next episode. All I've done over here is I've made things a little bit tidier. I've started moving the things out the way across here, so I've got a little capacitor bank running off them 3 hydrogen generators still. So that's all power I've been using here. And that does not keep up when I've got automated processing. So when I put like, I had a chest and a hopper on there earlier in the video, I think. And it gradually started draining that once it was all running up to speed. So I do need more power before I can get automated processing. I'll be doing the processing by, I think, by AE, but I might not, because I mean you never have to adjust this stuff once it's in. I might use the Ender IO conduits, because we're on the newer version. Ender AI, is that EO? Christ. Oh no. McDonald's trying to take over me. EIO. Ender IO, we've got the item conduits and the empowered item conduits now, so we're on a newer version than what I've played on with before. And I noticed, no, these have got a built-in filter, but I'm not sure how big it is. So it could be that it's got enough of a filter that it can just automatically pull things and push things into the processing using those, which just for the sake of not using AE. I love AE, it's brilliant, but in some ways it might be too good in the fact it stops you trying other stuff. So I'm trying to make an AE system that uses as little AE as possible. Speaking of that, I've left this space here for a 5x5 molecular assembly chamber, because auto crafting is really useful for the ball ache kind of things, like upgrades for all these barrels is going to be bit of a pain manually, but with the auto crafting, it's really good. So I am going to be getting a auto crafting. That's what that corner's going to be for. And I think this will be quite a nice little machine room when it's done. Now I'm going to sort all the walls out and make it all tidy. So what I've done here is got a little secret carpenter's blocks door to get me behind there. So yeah, I've certainly got something wrong with my FPS. I don't know if it's local to my base. I've not really checked yet. If it is, then I might be starting to break my base, and if that's the case, it might be because I've passed some kind of threshold of carpenter blocks. So I may have to start moving somewhere else, but the base looks... I've achieved what I wanted to. I made a big square, so that's alright. I might start moving somewhere new, some fresh generated chunks. If it is my base, and I'll do it all spread out. So that's what I always do. I squeeze my base into too small a footprint. I always do the same. I need to learn to spread out. So rather than just throwing 4 chunks like I've got there, what I should have is pretty much the full map all spread out, and just have this certain areas chunk loaded that needs to be, rather than squeeze everything into like four chunks. I never learn. Anyway, so I'm going to wrap up there. Next episode we'll get this going, and I really do want to get on with some witchery. It's just, you know, not got around to it. And as I mentioned at the top of the episode, I'm also ready to make my army. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, -1. 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 20. I need 24 of them, don't I, for a full set of armor then. So I need another 6, which is another 24 shards, and I've got 11, so I need to do a little bit of killing as well to get some more weak blood shards. So I'm going to wrap up there. Thank you as always for watching. I hope it was entertaining, and yeah, I hope you join me next time, when hopefully I might have a slightly better FPS. Cheers. Bye.